Hello one, hello all, welcome to WILIscredia. I am CP, otherwise known as Charles. Welcome to my coattail writing of Cody Leach's 1980s per year top 10. I maybe have seen a couple of the comedies and 2 or 3 of the bigger ones from 83, and I had to do a little extra work filling in the gaps as far as getting to 10, should we say. Without further ado, honorable mention goes to Silkwood, which stars Meryl Streep and Cher, based on a true story. Think of it as like a Erin Brockovich with a better actress in the lead role. And The Outsiders. Hey, yo! So there was a 3-way tie for 10th, and Silkwood and The Outsiders were The Outsiders.
One more for the good guy.
But coming in at 10 is Cujo. This movie doesn't hold up the way it did when I was little. I had a German Shepherd, completely didn't bite my face, but he snapped to where he caught my nose and cut my chin and all that shit. So every time I've seen a dog since then, I think of it as Cujo. And if it's not like Cujo, there's a possibility it can be. And holy shit, is that kid annoying in the car. They're both annoying. It's like the Babadook, except like the other end of the fucking anxiety spectrum. Oh, shut up. Just shut up. Somebody get this kid an iPad. Number 9, Ferris Bueller's War Games. 22 years now since 9/11, and no real War Games remake. I know they made like some sort of shit leg sequel, whatever the fuck. Anywho, 9. It's 9 on my list. 1983. Remember, a lot of these movies I didn't see. I maybe saw 4 movies in 1983. Not in 1983, but just keep going. 8. Videodrome. It wasn't quite Scanners Cronenberg for me. There's a lot of these movies that I've seen for the first time, and Videodrome I don't doubt I'll never watch again, so we'll see how it simmers. Gotta let it sit in the oven for a little bit on me. Number 7 is The Dead Zone. As somebody who plays hockey, I'll tell you one scene that scared the shit out of me.
The ice is gonna break!
Otherwise, yeah, everything about politicians is completely accurate in this movie. Oh, Christopher Walken being weird. Man, you guys should get a trademark on that, because you're really going to hate not doing that back then. Number 6 is Trading Places. The fact that he was like at the top of his game and so sharp and so good, and whether it be stand-up or acting or whatever, just knowing what to do to make people laugh at such a young age is so impressive. Eddie Murphy for the early 80s through I don't know, 80, 88, 89, he tapered off a little bit there. Harlem Nights isn't quite Coming to America, Trading Places, things like that. 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop. I'm going a little far now, but Trading Places is brilliant. Another movie that I think they don't want to redo it because it's so on the nose now that there's such a class disparage that they don't really want to bring any attention to it. I think they should remake this movie. Bring Eddie Murphy back and swap it. Have him be the rich guy. Just have Eddie Murphy play Eddie Murphy, or a characterized version of Eddie Murphy. Or maybe, since they're such good buds with Elon Musk, have Dave Chappelle play the Dan Aykroyd role.
All right, boys.
Number 5 is Vacation. Vacation's just funny. I like it's a classic. I can name 1,000 things that probably don't age well because comedy is, it has an expiration date. You laugh once at a joke, you're expecting it the second time. So it's really hard. The movie itself plays all right. The number 4 movie for 1983 is The Day After, because the Cold War must have sucked. 30 years of shit like this, and then you get The Day After on TV, no less. It wasn't even like a theatrical release. They showed this shit on TV. You don't need any more public service announcements after this movie. Wow. And can only be topped by one other movie that I'll get to in this series, because holy shit. I don't know how we still have nukes after this movie. And then after the next movie, I'm going to go harder with that sentiment. Anyway, to the top 3. The very underrated Psycho 2, one of the original, hey, let's do a sequel about 2 decades after the fact. And it actually plays. Everything fits for Psycho 2 to be a sequel 20 years after the fact. So, fuck it. Is he really crazy? Is he really rehabilitated? There's so much that even for back then, the things they tackled with mental health and the insecurity behind not knowing whether or not you're right is just so ahead of its time. And the movie's great. It just so happens to be second to a movie called Psycho. So yeah, that's number 3 for 1983 for me. Number 2, it's my least favorite of the trilogy, and Ewoks is basically all I'll say. If you need to hear me talk about any Star Wars on this channel, just search. There's a search bar within the channel, just Star Wars. It's second, okay? Because I like this more as first. Number 1 is another remake. It's Scarface. And holy shit, Al Pacino went from playing an Italian gangster to playing a Cuban gangster, and didn't skip a beat, and got way gorier. And by today's standards, way offensive with with that accent.
Eating, drinking, fucking, sucking.
It's a brilliant movie, and I have yet to watch the original that I keep getting told is actually better. It's going to be a tall order, but that is my top 10 for 1983. So that is it, my top 10 for 1983. Granted, I haven't seen very much. A Christmas Story, Risky Business, you're gonna, nope. Big Chill, never saw it. Octopussy, I haven't caught up with the 007s. So apologies for the lack of editing, zhuzh, and all that fun stuff. I am in the middle of diluting a lot of stuff, and my box lights are actually a part of that. So a lot of 2023 is going to be a year of transition, like the other years weren't. But thank you for taking part and watching. By all means, if you haven't done so already, subscribe and click that like button, and let me know down below what brought you here. Was it Cody, or are you a subscriber of mine? Have you stumbled here? Are you a fan of Silkwood and you feel just absolutely robbed? Tell me. I want to know. Until 1984, I've been CP, otherwise known as Charles.